Once upon a time, there was a kingdom full of happiness, ruled by a noble king and a kind queen. They spent many years working to make their kingdom safe and happy, and never had time to have children, but they very much wished to have a baby. And eventually, their patience was rewarded, and their wish came true. They were blessed with a baby girl. Finally, the king and queen had found great joy and happiness. Their daughter was as bright as the sun, so they named the little princess Sunshine. The king and the queen decided to have a big ball to celebrate their joy and birth of Sunshine. Everyone was invited, even the fairies living in the mystery forest. Everyone from all around the kingdom and the kings and queens from the neighboring kingdoms presented their gifts and best wishes to Sunshine. And finally, the fairies brought the most unique gifts. You see, fairies do not give presents in boxes or wrapping paper. Instead, with their wish wands, they give special blessings to the baby's heart.
May you always find beauty in everything. Little Princess Sunshine, may you never be sad and always find joy and happiness.
But just as the last fairy was going to present her gift, a cold wind blew open the front doors, and the entire ballroom was covered in a terrible green smoke. The smoke gathered into a pillar, and suddenly the Black Fairy appeared. It was the evil-hearted Black Fairy.
"Who is this?"
demanded the king. He tried to be brave, but he was also afraid. "So, what a bright and cheery party. Looks like the whole kingdom is here. Kings, queens, and the fairies. How insulting that I was not invited." The king was afraid and tried to apologize. "Well, it's a good thing I came by with my special gift." The most beautiful princess will grow up surrounded with happiness, love, and admiration. But on her 16th birthday, just before sunset, she will poke herself with a needle, and she'll be gone forever.
"Seize that monster!"
yelled out the king. But the powerful fairy threw back the guards and disappeared into the evil green smoke. Fortunately, there was still one last fairy who had yet to give her blessing. She was not as powerful as the Black Fairy, but she tried to think of something that would counteract the Black Fairy's cruel curse.
Princess Sunshine, when the curse unfolds, you will not die, but instead fall into a deep sleep to awaken someday with a kiss of true love.
The king also did his best to stop the curse and ordered every needle in the kingdom to be destroyed. So his men collected all the sewing machines and spinning wheels and burned them in the courtyard of the castle. Seasons passed and years passed, and Princess Sunshine grew more every day. The king also ordered the 3 fairies to guard and watch over Princess Sunshine as she grew up. But she was so quick, and they had a hard time keeping up with her. And as the years passed, Princess Sunshine grew into a beautiful young lady. The whole kingdom loved Princess Sunshine, but they also feared that the curse would come true on her 16th birthday. And finally, the 16th birthday of Princess Sunshine arrived. To keep her safe, the king and queen locked the door to Princess Sunshine's room and commanded a guard to keep watch through the night. Princess Sunshine did not understand what was going on and was worried. Suddenly, a magic door appeared in the wall. Sunshine was mesmerized by this door she had never seen before, and she heard a voice calling her, "Sunshine, Sunshine." Sunshine felt like she was in a dream and walked into the room. Inside, a woman was using a spinning wheel with a sharp needle. Princess Sunshine had never seen a spinning wheel before and was curious. As the sun set, she reached out and touched the needle, and the Black Fairy's curse came true. With only a touch of the needle, Sunshine fell down as though she were dead. But because of the good fairy's blessing, she was really only asleep. And from then forward, the kingdom was no longer happy. Sadness fell upon the castle. The 3 fairies dressed her up with her most beautiful gown and laid her on a bed of flowers. The entire kingdom was so sad that the king and queen ordered the fairies to put everyone to sleep until Princess Sunshine awoke. As the sun set, so did their joy, and throughout the entire castle, everyone fell into a magical sleep. And throughout the other kingdoms, the legend of Sleeping Beauty was told for the next 100 years. Vines and thorns grew up and around the castle until it was nearly forgotten. But one day, a handsome prince was exploring and saw the castle covered with thorned bushes and ivy. His men told him of the legend of Sleeping Beauty, so the prince decided to find out the truth.
If she's real,
the prince thought,
then she may still need rescued.
The thorny vines were very thick and impossible to climb through, so he cut his way through with his sword. He finally came to the main gate and found 2 sleeping guards. They didn't look like they were 100 years old, because they were in a magical sleep. The prince was shocked and explored the castle, finding people asleep everywhere. Even the king and queen were asleep in their chairs. And in the next room, he found Sleeping Beauty, surrounded by beautiful flowers. The prince knelt by the bed and spoke to her.
So you are the legend. I have come to break the curse.
The prince stared at her a moment and then kissed her on her forehead. Princess Sunshine opened her eyes slowly and saw the handsome prince. And as she woke up, everyone in the castle also woke up from their 100 years of sleep. She was indeed their Sunshine. The king and queen rushed to Sunshine's room to see if the curse had been broken. They were full of joy and happiness. The prince asked Princess Sunshine to marry him. The princess smiled and accepted his proposal. And the king gave his blessing to the prince, who saved his daughter and his kingdom. They had the most beautiful ceremony anyone had ever seen, and they all lived happily ever after.
If you're happy and